Hi everybody, thanks for tuning in to my channel here, Antone Dabs. And today I want to talk a little bit about, and I've talked about this before, but it's been 6 months or so since I was diagnosed with autism, and it's gave me some time to reflect. And I kind of wrote a little, if you see me looking over to the right, because I got some notes over here, but I've had some time to reflect on what this has been like for me and what it means to me. And I'm going to kind of read off of here a little bit, but this is kind of my thoughts. So finding out that I have autism at age 53 has been a profound and transformative experience. Here are some of what the aspects it's been like for me. So number one, mixed emotions. First of all, when I found out, there was a sense of mourning for the past, some like a grief, wondering how life might have been different had I been diagnosed earlier and given some skills and to be able to deal with some of the issues I've had over my life. And then I felt also relief, understanding that there is an explanation for my lifelong challenges brings a sense of release and validation. It explains the difficulties I've had with social interactions, communication, and sensory sensitivities for decades. I don't know if I talked much about my sensory sensitivities, but different clothing, things like that, different sounds, too much sound, too many things coming at me from one, at once, it can be very difficult for me. I've had self-reflection, reinterpreting past experiences. So I find myself revisiting my past with a new perspective, reinterpreting events and behaviors in light of my new diagnosis. So I can look back and I can see things I've done or didn't do, and how knowing this might have helped me cope with some of those things, and I may have did things differently. I also have an increased self-awareness. Gaining a deeper understanding of myself and how autism affects my traits and behaviors, that's been enlightening. So I've had some good self-reflection with this diagnosis 6 months later. It's been good. Social dynamics, such as relationships. There have been shifts in my personal relationships as with my family, my friends, colleagues, and they've adjusted to this new understanding of my behaviors and needs as well as I have. So that's been pretty cool. Disclosure, deciding who to tell about my diagnosis, hasn't been that big of a deal. It actually helps for me to talk about it, and that's why I'm on here. I'm not sure how it's always perceived and what support or misunderstandings might arise, but I'm open with it. I don't find that it has to be something that I need to hide. Matter of fact, some people may have had some weird interactions with me in the past, and maybe hearing me talk about it might, give them some, insight to why that might have been. So anyway, let me get a little sip of my hot chocolate this morning. Is it morning? No, it's afternoon now. 12:22 a.m. p.m. on a Friday morning. It's like 45 degrees out and rainy in Duluth, by the way, guys. It's not a nice day. Support and resources. Accessing support. Discovering and connecting with support groups, both online and in person, has provided a sense of community and shared experience. So I know somebody from Hudson, Wisconsin from when I was younger. We knew each other. We didn't hang out or anything, but she's been a wealth of knowledge, and I've talked to her a couple times, and you've seen some videos with Tara and myself. I think we've got 2 on my channel now. She's been great. And then online, you guys all know about Facebook. There's some great support groups on Facebook as well that I'm kind of like a fly on the wall. I don't talk too much, or maybe it's kind of sad, but I probably don't add much to the support group, and I probably should. But I read and I take away that I'm not the only one, and it gives me some insight on other people's behaviors and how they mimic mine. So that's been great. New interest, exploring interests and activities that align with my autistic strengths and passions has become a source of joy and fulfillment. Some challenges adjusting to the diagnosis. It's been challenging just to adjust to this new concept and to integrate it. this understanding into my identity. So this is me, this is who I am, and accepting that has been a little bit different, but I think I've been okay. It's part of my identity now. It's who I am. And I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. It really has been a good diagnosis because it explains so much about my life and the things I've done and some things I continue to do. There is some frustration about the late diagnosis and missed opportunities for earlier support and understanding, but you know, what do you do? You know, I'm 53 years old. This sort of thing wasn't talked about much when I was younger. And they wrote a lot of the stuff off when I was real young to behavioral issues that I was having, not knowing that I was actually dealing with something more than that. So anyway, you know, things have changed, and I think this stuff is getting picked up more in schools. How much more? I don't know. I'm not in school anymore, but I just know that it is because I'm reading about it, and it didn't used to be that way. Practical adjustments. Making adjustments at work to better accommodate my sensory needs or communicate preferences has improved my job satisfaction and performance. So, I don't know. I've done some things the way I work. I like a clean area. I don't know, sometimes I have it pretty messy, but for the most part, I like it very well organized. I've always been that way. My desk, I'm looking at all my peripherals and all my different things on my desk, and you know, that helps a lot. And I've got routines that I do, and that helps. And that also comes into my daily life, implementing routines and structures that cater to my autistic preferences and made daily life more manageable and enjoyable. Well, some of these things, even before I knew I had autism, I was doing. So I have a very supportive wife when it comes to my mental health, and she got me doing routines before I knew that I had autism. So this was something that I was already starting to do years before the diagnosis. And I just knew that it helped, going to bed at the same time every night and getting up at the same time. I can't sleep in. There's certain things I do, and it doesn't waver the weekday from the weekend. I have certain routines I do every single day, and that's just been great. So overall, discovering my autism at 53 has been a significant life event that brings both challenges and opportunities for growth, understanding, and improved quality of life. And here I am, living proof that you can get past the diagnosis and actually accept it. And it's me, 53 years old. I've got autism. I'm on the autistic spectrum or whatever they call it. And I got some weird quirks and stuff, but that's how it is. And, you know, I got to live with it. And I've accepted it. So anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. I might do another video today. I'm feeling good about doing some videos, and if you have any questions about any of this stuff, let me know in the comments below, and I will definitely answer your questions in one of the next videos. If you could subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, that would be amazing. If you could hit the notification button, that would be cool too. And I'll leave you with this. What do you guys think if we did a live video, a live chat, and had you guys coming at me with questions and things like that? I could talk a little bit like that. If you guys are interested in that, leave that down in the comments, and I will set something up far in advance so everybody can plan to be there. So anyway, appreciate all of you guys. Have a wonderful Memorial weekend, and we'll see you on the next video. Take care, all.